I need to rant a little bit about the current state of healthcare in America, or shall we say the current state of sick care in America. Healthcare is definitely a misnomer for pretty much anything relating to so-called healthcare in America. I took part in a conversation earlier about the dietary options available in American hospitals, and it reminded me of when I was hospitalized in 2020 with acute pancreatitis and metabolic acidosis as a result of that acute pancreatitis. The pancreatitis had actually been brought on by extremely high triglycerides at that time, and my triglycerides were, my husband says it was over 5,200. I actually tried to look up the lab results from back then, and they're not available in the health portal. So I will have to do some more digging on that. I was so sick at the time, I would not trust my memory on it. But anyway, it was astonishingly high triglycerides, and no practitioner in that hospital had ever heard of triglycerides that high before. So it was bad, and that was the cause of my metabolic acidosis. And I was in the ICU for 6 days, and one of the treatments I received was insulin via IV. And my blood sugar also happened to be high at that time. It was, I think, the high 200s. But it was not the cause of the acidosis. But I remember during that hospitalization, they kept bringing me things like Jell-O and Sprite. And then after I was no longer prescribed a clear liquid diet, it was, you know, they were still providing things like tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwich or some sort of sandwich on white bread. And, you know, tomato soup is very high in sugars, very high in carbs. White bread, don't even get me started. But anyway, none of these things should be an option in a so-called healthcare facility dealing with people who have any sort of illness, but especially diabetic issues. It's insane. And if you think about it, the whole structure of our healthcare system, our pharmaceuticals, are not intended to bring us health or to restore us to health. It's basically designed to keep us dependent on pharmaceuticals that never, ever, ever make us well. So you know what? I have jumped off of that wagon. I am currently in good health, improving by the day because of the choices that I am making, and absolutely without pharmaceuticals. Well, one little caveat there, I am still taking something to help me sleep, but my goal is to get off of that as well. But as far as pharmaceuticals to manage my blood sugar, my blood pressure, I'm off of all of that because with my dietary and lifestyle changes, I no longer need it. But if you keep listening to these people at the doctor's offices, and let's just be real, the pharmaceutical companies basically own or finance medical schools, nursing schools, research. Do you think this sounds like a kosher situation? Because I sure don't. And I don't blame doctors for what they believe. I think that they practice medicine in the best way that they know how because they believe what they have been taught. But we really need to look where that money is leading us back to and who it truly benefits, because it is not the patient, y'all. And as someone who works in healthcare in America, sick care. Don't get me wrong, I am thankful for the ability to make a living, but you know what my favorite night of the week is? It's the night when I get to destroy medications that have not been used, or the patient that they're prescribed to is no longer in the facility. So I can get rid of these poisons, these toxins, and get them out of reach of human beings. It's a messed up system, y'all. And I know we're all just doing the best we can, but guess what? We need to learn the truth. And when we learn better, we need to do better. Myself included. Thank you for listening to my rant. I hope it's given you some food for thought. Go down the rabbit holes yourself and see what you can learn. Because what we've been taught for the past 100 years, 150 years, I don't even know how long. I don't know when it all started falling apart. But our bodies are not meant to eat huge quantities of grain. Our bodies are not meant to take in fats that are produced in factories. If it doesn't come from nature, simply, easily, straightforward, it's not good for us. We need to stop. I said I was done. Apparently I'm not done. But anyway, y'all, think outside the box. Do some research outside the box, outside the mainstream. See what you come up with. Think about it critically. Use your critical thinking. And see if you're not ready to jump off that medication hamster wheel as well. I'm not just saying just dump all your medications. I'm not saying change your lifestyle right now and leave all of that behind. But what I am saying is learn what's healthy. Start doing what's healthy so that you can eventually, hopefully, in a reasonable manner, start getting rid of these toxins that they keep telling us are going to heal us, because they're not. They're just not. I love y'all. And I want health and vitality and good things for every single person. If you're wondering why I seem to always do videos when I'm in my car, it's because usually when I'm in a place, there are people around, there are things I need to be doing. So in my car is really the only place that I have that's quiet and private, and where I can just take a breath and say a little bit of something. When the roll is called up yonder, 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 I'll be there. Have a great day. I'll see you around, pal.